Guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Nanette and this is my daughter Delilah. So this is the first video that I ever make on my YouTube channel. Hopefully it's not too hard to watch. Hopefully I'm not too awkward. So for today I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about me, a little bit about my family, the story of how I found out I was pregnant and everything. So first, let me tell you a little bit about me. I was born on June 18th, 1997, which makes me 20 years old. So I'm gonna tell you guys the story of how I found out I was pregnant. Hopefully I can make it as short as possible. So I was going to school. I graduated from high school 2015 and then I moved on to university. I did attend Cal Poly Pomona. So I went there for 2 quarters and then unfortunately my parents did divorce and I eventually ran out of money. I had nothing to pay school with, so I decided to take a quarter off and work so I can get money and go back to school. It became kind of hard for me because at the same time I was kind of depressed. Like there was a lot going on in my family with my brother, my mom, you know, my dad went his separate way and my mom she's a single mom and she lives with my brother. I moved out as soon as I found out I was pregnant. To make things short, so keeping in mind that I got very sick at this time when I was off of school. I was very stressed, very angry. I had a lot going on in my mind. I was not happy. So I had already ran out of money. I had already dropped out of school. When I did find out I was pregnant, it was because I was very ill at the moment. I was sick. I went to the hospital and they gave me medication or whatever, found out what I had, and I thought that my period was late because of the medication, because I do know that that can happen with certain medications. So I wasn't very worried about, my period being late, but then it became like a month late and I was like, whoa, like it's seriously not coming. And like I would tell my mom, but we didn't think much of it until later on. My mom was like, well, you know what, like why don't you just take a test? And I was like, but I'm not pregnant. I was like, hell no, there's no way I'm pregnant. I am not pregnant. Like I know I'm not. And she was like, well, just take it just to make sure, because you can't take any other medicine like if you're pregnant, like that could be bad for your baby. And I was like, okay, okay mom, like I'm not pregnant. There's no way in hell that I'm pregnant. Okay, so then my mom went and bought me a pregnancy test. So she came home and I was like nervous, because obviously you're gonna be nervous taking a pregnancy test even though I thought I wasn't pregnant. But anyways, I took the test and I remember during this whole time I was texting my boyfriend, and I think he was at work at the time, but I was texting him and he knew my mom wanted me to take a test and blah blah blah, and like we were just nervous, but we honestly thought I was not pregnant. And so I took the pregnancy test and it comes out positive. I automatically start bawling. I was confused, not upset in a way. I guess I was happy but very nervous because I knew I was going to school. There was like a lot on my plate and I was not ready. Like I was not expecting it. I had no idea. So my main focus at the moment was work and school. Automatically I was so afraid of what my mom would think. I was afraid of how my dad would react, even though my dad at the moment really had no part in my life. My mom, the first thing she did right away, she hugged me. She said everything's gonna be okay and a baby's a blessing. And it felt so good to hear her say that to me, because you guys don't understand how hard my heart was beating. It was just the best feeling to know that my mom wasn't gonna push me to the side or like disown me or anything like that, which was something I was afraid of, because in our families, like I don't know, like in Mexican ways, like they really don't want you to have kids at such a young age. School is always first. Your parents give up everything to give you a good future, which hurts, it hurts, because in a way it does feel like you let them down, especially because they do work so hard to get us where we are now, right? But it's never too late to go back to school, and I'll get into that later. That happened. And so this whole time I'm texting my boyfriend, right? I told him it did come out positive, and at this point he was really nervous, really scared, like it was a lot to take in. It was a lot. We had to grow up right away. Like, no more stupid fights, you know, breaking up for stupid reasons. Like, okay, first of all, before I knew I was pregnant, me and my boyfriend, or my boyfriend and I, were not in a very good place. Like, I'll be honest, like, we fought a lot. I'm sorry if I say like a lot. I generally do that a lot. But we were not in a good place. We would fight constantly over the stupidest things. A lot was my fault, a lot was his. Like, we both understand now that the things that we would fight about were really not worth fighting about. Like, once she came along and I had her, my whole world flipped upside down. It's nothing but happiness. I don't know where my life would be if I didn't have her or him. Anyways, back to the story, sorry. So when he was at work when all of this happened, so he gets home, and at this point my mom wanted him to come over so we can have a conversation of what was to happen now. So he comes over and he was nervous to see what my mom had to say, but my mom just basically talked to him straight up, like, okay, you need to be responsible. Like, first of all, you need to make that decision if you want to be with my daughter and you want to have your baby with her. If not, then I'll take care of my daughter and the baby, but I don't want you to have anything to do with us anymore. Which was very hard. It was hard, you know, because we weren't getting along, we weren't doing well. But I'm very happy and I'm very proud of him because he did step up. He right away, he said he was gonna be my baby's dad, you know. He was gonna be there. He was gonna support us and do everything he could to give us a good life, which he is doing, and I'm very proud of him. And from there, we were discussing like money stuff. Like, obviously we had to save. We had to figure out what we were gonna do and how we were gonna manage to take care of a baby. Luckily, my boyfriend does have a good job. He was making enough money to take care of us. And eventually, when I was a month and a half pregnant, I believe, we did manage to move out. We now live on our own. It's just me, him, and my baby. And we live very happy here where we are. And you know what? I want to tell you guys, like, if you guys are going through the same situation, don't ever be afraid to, like, let go. Like, let go of your family, start your own, do your own thing. It's much better. Less problems, you know. Nobody's gonna tell you what to do. Nobody's gonna judge the way you're parenting your child. Like, it's just much better. Don't be afraid to let go. Don't live under your parent. I mean, if you want to, that you do you, that's your thing. But in my opinion, I have always preferred to be independent. So I'm very happy to live on my own. I enjoy it very much, and I like raising my child the way I want to, you know, with nobody telling me like, oh, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong, like, don't do this, don't do that, oh my god. No, like, I know what I'm doing, and I want her to be raised how I want her to be raised, you know. It's not anybody else's job to raise your baby for you. So yeah, like, I hate when people try to judge, like, oh my god, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong. Like, no, you don't know anything about my values, what I value, or how I want her to be raised. So don't take people's shit when they tell you to do things a certain way. Like, no, you raise your kids, I'll raise mine. But anyway, so yes, that's like the basic story of what happened, how I got pregnant, how I found out I was pregnant. So I had her at the age of 19 years old, which is not too bad. It's not too bad, you know. It's a good age to have kids, but the only thing that you should keep in mind if you are planning on having kids, or, you know, if you're very young, be really careful, because a baby's not a joke. You need to step up. Your whole life changes. It's no longer about you, no longer about your boyfriend or husband, whatever. It's all about your baby. Like, you have to put them first no matter what. So another thing, like, people may judge me because at the moment I do not work, I do not go to school. I am a full-time mom. And you know what, I told my boyfriend straight up since the beginning, like, you know what, my baby comes first. I don't have a babysitter, like his mom works, my mom works, and that's basically like the only people that I would have take care of her, which in reality I really do not like leaving her with anyone. I don't trust people. Like, I don't care what people tell me, I do not like leaving her with anyone. Obviously, because she's too young and babies can't talk. Like, you don't know what can happen to them. Like, they're not gonna tell you. She can't talk. So maybe when she's older, obviously when she's older, I'll go back to work, help my husband, and hopefully go back to school. Well, I want to go back to school and give her something to look up to. I don't feel like I won't go back to school. Like, that's just not how I am. Like, I'm very good at school, and I feel like I can go back and be something, you know. Just because you have a baby doesn't mean it's gonna stop you. It doesn't mean anything negative. Like, a lot of people portray it as, oh my god, like, you have a baby, your life is over, blah blah blah, you'll never go out, you'll never have fun. No, it is not that way at all. If anything, I enjoy being a mom. I love being a mom. It's hard. It is hard. Like, obviously you don't tell her like, oh, go to sleep, and she'll magically go to sleep. If you're tired, like, you still have to take care of your baby. She's not just gonna disappear, you know. But it's worth it. I'm telling you guys, it's worth it being a parent. Like, don't ever let people tell you like, oh my god, like, don't let people speak low of you because you're a parent now. Ten, aquí está, mira. Oh, tico ticos. Tico tico ticos. Di-bye, di-bye. Mira, ¿quién está allí? Una bebetita, mira. Wow. Tiki 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 tiki. Ay, qué chula. Di-bye. Mama, bye bye. She's jumping, she's dancing. That's pretty much my story. So on this channel, I want to be pretty laid back, you know, tell you guys story time, stuff like that, maybe some makeup videos, maybe some vlogs, and eventually I'm gonna try to do like some challenges with my friends or like whoever's down to be in my videos. And eventually I'll have my boyfriend in these videos, whether he wants to or not. He's gonna be in them. Wow. She's 7 months already, and look at, she has 2 little teeth. No me muerda, Chichi no te come. Y ti no te come. So if you guys have any questions, or if you guys want to know anything else, go ahead and comment down below and I'll be happy to answer your questions. If you guys have any video suggestions, go ahead and let me know too. You guys can add me on Snapchat. That's my Snapchat. You guys can let me know any video stuff on there, add me, whatever. See more of my daughter there. You guys can follow me on Instagram. It's Nanetters. Bigaboo! Bigaboo! Diggy diggy diggy. So yeah. Wow! I post a lot on my Snapchat. You guys want to see more of my daughter. Look how cute she is. Jiggy jiggy jiggy. Wow! Okay, so yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment, like, subscribe, you know, do what you gotta do. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my videos, and I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Bye. 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 She knows how to say bye, guys. She just likes to make me look dumb on camera. Okay, bye.